Good morning. How's everybody doing today? What a crowd. Great. Thank you for being here with us today on this beautiful day to celebrate the completion of phases 1 through 4 of the Abington-Jenkintown Connections project. I would first like to thank Abington Friends School for sharing this beautiful site for us, your campus, for this event. Thank you so much for being our hosts. It's fitting that we're here on the Abington Friends School campus, which connects Abington Township and Jenkintown Borough, celebrating with our partners from the respective municipalities, with our elected officials, and the Pennsylvania Departments of Transportation and Community and Economic Development, as well as our Abington Township staff and contractors who worked to make this vision a reality. We also want to acknowledge the Delaware Valley Regional Planning Commission, who helped us secure more than $2.3 million in federal funds. Without them and that funding, this project would not have moved forward. All told, this project was an investment of more than $8.1 million. The vision for this project first belonged to Ed Michelow, the former director of Abington Township Public Works, and began more than a decade ago. In the decade since we identified the need for improved and safe pedestrian walkways and stormwater management, and today's ribbon cutting, more than $8.1 million have been raised and spent to make the vision a reality. Phases 1 through 4 of the Abington-Jenkintown Connections project are now complete. The goals of increased sidewalk connectivity, improved transit stop accessibility, improved pedestrian safety, additional stormwater facilities, and increased intersection safety have all been accomplished. That's a big deal. This project is nearly complete. Phase 5 of the Abington-Jenkintown Connections is almost nearly funded. This last phase will see the modernization of the intersection of Meeting House Road and Jenkintown Road. I'd like to acknowledge those of us here today who worked together to complete the first 4 phases of this project. The state of Pennsylvania provided more than $1.5 million towards this project, including a $1 million grant through the Department of Community and Economic Development. I'd like to thank Senator Art Haywood for his support in securing the funding that drove this project. Senator Haywood, would you please say a few words?
Thank you so much. And I certainly want to recognize State Representative Ben Sanchez, because we have been and continue to be a team, and he deserves full credit for this state money as well. So there are a lot of speakers on this program, and so I'm going to try to be short because of that. I'm glad they're fantastic speakers, but a lot of them. So first of all, I just want to say thank you to all who have been involved. $8 million is a lot of money to pull together. It shows the importance of the combination of national, state, and local working together. And we hope that we can continue this national, state, local working together for projects like this here and beyond. A 5-phase project is very unusual in the state. Normally it's 1 phase, maybe 2. But whoever designed these 5 phases did a spectacular job so that the money could roll in at the time of the projects being completed. I just walked the pedestrian entrance to this site. It works. So glad to see that. I know there's some folks who have walked over, and thank you so much for those who have walked over. Many years ago, I had a shirt, and the shirt said, "Walk within a mile," encouraging people to walk. It's only 20 minutes. A mile is only 20 minutes for those who are able. And so for all of those who walk, I encourage you to continue to walk. And finally, I have had a number of concerns here and around the Commonwealth around storm water. And storm water is what we see when we have a problem. when there's excess. But fortunately, this project is helping to address the stormwater so that we will not have the flooding that would happen otherwise. So again, thank you to everyone who's made it possible. Thank you to all of the neighbors who are here, and certainly we hope that all neighbors can take advantage of this new walkway for further access. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you, Senator Haywood. When this project started, Representative Ben Sanchez was an Abington Township Commissioner here in Ward 7, where we are today. When he was elected state representative, he continued to be a champion of this project. Representative Sanchez, thank you for your work on this decade-long initiative.
Thank you, Liz, and thank you all for being here today. This is really a super proud moment for me for so many reasons, and you covered all the details well. That it goes back many years to several managers ago, so many township employees, and I really want to thank everybody. I remember getting started with Ed Michelow, and I've spent a lifetime driving down Jenkintown Road here, grew up in Glenside, and driving to Ablethorpe Park, and can't remember a time somebody didn't cross in front of my car. And it's with the continued use of the fields by youth sports, it's really just been a wonderful thing to have in place for safety. So truly thrilled to have this here today, and all the unseen improvements that Liz spoke about, stormwater, and all the traffic signals, really a remarkable thing, and more to come too, of course. But wanted to thank, as I thank the township people that made this happen and hung in there all those years. So many things to coordinate with that. Can't thank you enough. I see Ashley out there. I'm going to shout you out because I know we were, a real pain in the butt to you over this. So thank you. And Stu, on behalf of the Board of Commissioners, Commissioner Stuart Weingrad, he really picked up the ball, continued to run with it, and can't thank you enough, my friend and neighbor, for making this happen, making this dream become a reality. The various neighbors, of course, Abington Friends, thank you, head of school, Hood, for letting us use the property first and foremost, but just for being such a great neighbor. Mark Cole from the Abington Club. I know you guys had to give lots of permissions, lots of stormwater access. Can't thank you enough. Want to thank the Galman folks too. I'm not sure if anybody's here from there, but you really helped us put it together. The neighbors, of course, for your patience in all of this. Truly appreciate you. And of course, my governing partners at the state for always having the back on the funding. Certainly Senator Haywood, Napoleon Nelson here on Jenkintown Borough, and I should shout out Jenkintown Borough as well. What a connection to you guys. Really appreciate you all. Thank you for having that dream, and look forward to this just continuing to flourish. And I think we have a announcement, actually two announcements, but one big announcement on Phase 5. Senator, if you want to join me up here again, we're going to hand off the, and Napoleon, you want to grab that and come on up too? You want to do the honors of? Keep going. So for Phase 5, we've secured $1.5 million in additional funding for that. So this is going to happen. Stu, you want to accept it on behalf of the township?
Yeah, we're coming. Thank you. All of them, I'm sure. Wow, fantastic.
You can leave it there. And I just want to note one more thing, one great announcement in the realm of walkability and pedestrian safety. We've also just secured another $130,000 grant for an important sidewalk connection on Meeting House Road. I call it where the sidewalk ends, and it's going to connect up that sidewalk on Meeting House to Westbury Avenue, the cul-de-sac there, an important connection for certainly school students, everybody that lives on Westbury. I know we have some neighbors here, Mike Callahan. So this is truly a great day. Thank you for letting me share in it, and congratulations to all.
Thank you, Representative Sanchez. We've also been supported in this effort, as Representative Sanchez said, by his colleague, Representative Napoleon Nelson. Thank you for your efforts in helping us secure the state funding for this project.
Thank you. And I just want to congratulate you all on all of the progress so far, the wonderful success in helping to ensure that our communities are connected in such a wonderful way to the residents, to the neighbors here in the Abington and Jenkintown areas. Continue to make sure that our communities feel like community, home feels like home, and neighbors feel like neighbors. And I think that the walkability here and the improvements will only improve that. I will work on phase 6, which is just making sure that there is a ready throughway for Jenkintown and Cheltenham residents into Applethorpe Park. If we can, that's probably going to be a little bit harder. We'll work on that later. No, thank you all. All jokes aside, it's a tremendous, tremendous work. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. One of our key partners on this project was the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation as we work to upgrade traffic signals and improve safety for pedestrians. I'd like to welcome Robert McGee to say some words.
Morning, everyone. On behalf of Governor Shapiro, Secretary Carroll, and District 6 Executive Dina Bozzi, we want to thank you all for being here. We appreciate the efforts of the engineering consultant, Bowman, contractor, Brubacher, the subcontractors, and Abington Township in getting this project completed. We hope that the community will be able to use this trail for many years to come. Thank you.
Another partner, the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development, supported the pedestrian enhancement and stormwater improvements and remains committed to seeing this project to its completion. As the primary funder for the final stage of this project, please join me in welcoming Ryan Emerson from DCED.
Well, good morning, everyone. As mentioned, my name is Ryan Emerson. I'm with the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development. On behalf of Governor Shapiro and Secretary Rick Seiger, it's really an honor to be here today to celebrate this ribbon cutting for the Abington-Jenkintown Connections project. Got to get here early, and I got to say, this streetscape project, and I got to walk it, I think it's really a fine example of a community working together to make Montgomery County and all of Pennsylvania a great place to live, work, and play. And when I got to review the file before coming here, I got to say I was really impressed with how the township, in conjunction with the borough, identified the need to improve this corridor for all the road users, and you developed a vision for how to do that and how you could improve those connections between the residential areas and the many businesses along Route 611, the post office, the library, this Abington Friends School, and the community park down the road. You developed the vision, and over the years, you've put in a lot of hard work to see that vision come to fruition. And I think from an economic development perspective, supporting our downtown cores and our neighborhoods is really paramount. Streetscape projects like this benefit both the residents and visitors by creating a more beautiful, walkable, and safe community. And good streetscape projects like this will help people patronize nearby businesses. I can see some across the street, and I know there's some down that way, and ensure residents are more likely to stay in the area and not move away. It's really a simple formula. Helping communities means helping their local economies, which in turn helps those areas grow and thrive. It's a formula that Governor Shapiro has fully supported since taking office over 3 years ago and continues to support through programs such as the Multimodal Transportation Fund and the Main Street Matters program. So for this project here in these phases that we have, there was a multimodal transportation fund grant of $1 million from 2017, as well as a $150,000 grant in 2020 that went towards these phases that we're celebrating today. These funds were used to help the township construct walkway improvements, sidewalk connections, improve the drainage that was mentioned along Washington Lane and Greenwood Avenue. And I got to say, DCD was really glad to play a crucial role in these improvements. In closing, I would just mention here, I think collaboration is such a key in these major projects. There's obviously a lot of speakers, and that's because there's a lot of people that have collaborated on a project like this that really is aimed at best serving the community and its residents. And I'm always amazed when I come out to just kind of, again, reiterate all that coordination and hard work that many individuals have put in over the years to get a great project like this completed. So to everyone that's worked on this project over the years, I'd just like to commend you for all your efforts. The project looks great. I'm excited to kind of walk it a little bit more after this. And I know this project is going to be a staple for the community for decades to come, and I'm just excited to be here with you. So again, congratulations to everyone here today whose hard work has made this project become a reality. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. This wind is picking up. So when Representative Sanchez moved on from being a commissioner here in Abington Township to state rep, Stuart Weingrad took that role as commissioner for Ward 7, and he took up the mantle of the Abington-Jenkintown Connections project on behalf of his constituents. Thank you, Commissioner, for all of your hard work. Please come up and say a few words.
Good morning, folks. My name is Stuart Weingrad, and I am an Abington Township Commissioner here in Ward 7, where we sit today. I want to thank our elected officials from the state and for all their support for this Abington-Jenkintown Connection project. And I want to thank our state officials for coming here today to our little corner of the world to celebrate with us. For those that know me, know that I just don't smile very much. Actually, I say that after I was smiling after a cardboard check sitting here. But I cannot help but smile when I see people walking and biking these trails behind us on Washington Lane and on Greenwood Avenue. And now we have a signal behind me for residents at the plaza and parents and children to use the fields here at Abington Friends School. While the Abington-Jenkintown Connection project started as an ambitious dream with former Abington icon Ed Michelow and then Commissioner Ben Sanchez, now State Rep Sanchez, and the rest of the Board of Commissioners. The project and improvements are now a reality, and I could not be prouder. I wish to offer my heartfelt thank yous to current Township Manager Chris Chrisman, Assistant Manager Ashley McIlvain, which I'm sure I caused some angst over the past couple of years, and of course former Township Manager Rich Manfredi. I also want to thank Construction Services Tim A. Clark and his team, and of course his predecessor Tim Clark, who's with us today. I trust that completion of phases 1 through 4 will prove to be a critical improvement to our community and serve to enhance the lives of our residents. And again, I want to thank you all for coming today, and it's really just a wonderful achievement that we're here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. So this project, as the name indicates, connects the neighboring municipalities of Abington Township and Jenkintown Borough, providing safe, walkable access to Jenkintown's business district. Jenkintown Borough provided more than $100,000 towards this important collaborative project. I'd like to welcome Jay Connors, President of the Jenkintown Borough Council.
Thank you. As mentioned, I'm president of Jenkintown Borough Council. I just want to I like to tell this little story about in Jenkintown, we have 12 counselors. And when Ben Sanchez was a commissioner at Abington, we always considered Ben the 13th counselor of Jenkintown because we had such a good relationship with him. So now that honor goes to Stu Weingrad, now that he is on the committee. So we welcome him to that role. So he's always someone we can depend on and lean on and reach out to. So that being said, I just wanted to thank you all for being here today to celebrate this exciting occasion of the Abington-Jenkintown Connections project. And I also want to thank you all, thank Abington for the invite in order to speak on behalf of Jenkintown Borough. Today marks more than just the opening and of the connection between Abington and Jenkintown. It represents hard work, vision, and a real dedication and commitment to both of our communities. This is the kind of investment that brings people together and helps our community and beyond continue to grow and thrive. So on behalf of myself, my colleagues on Jenkintown Borough Council, our manager George Locke, the staff, our Public Works Department, and even our police department and fire department, we want to personally thank Abington Township for a smooth and seamless working relationship throughout this entire process, and one that will continue into the future. Abington has always been a great neighbor to Jenkintown, and it was a pleasure working with Abington throughout, and for that we are grateful, and we look forward to more collaborations in the future that will benefit our ever-growing and changing communities. We are excited to see the positive impact this project will have, not just today, but for years to come. So I'll end where I started with a thank you to all who joined us this morning and to the great working relationship our communities share together. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. I'd also like to welcome Marcus Lambert, Jenkintown Borough's Finance Director and Assistant to the Borough Manager.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Marcus Andrew Lambert. I serve as the Finance Director for the Borough of Jenkintown. On behalf of the Borough of Jenkintown, I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to the Abington community for your partnership, support, and generosity throughout this project. Your leadership, collaboration, and willingness to take initiative in developing and managing this effort have made a meaningful impact, and we're instrumental in bringing this project to a successful completion. This project serves as a powerful reminder of what can be accomplished when neighboring communities come together with a shared vision and common purpose. We deeply appreciate the time, resources, and dedication, and that were invested every step of the way. And we are truly grateful for the strong relationship that continues to grow between our communities through opportunities like this. It is our hope that this will be the first of many future collaborations as we continue working together to better serve our residents and strengthen our communities. Please accept our heartfelt thanks and appreciation for helping make this project a success. Thank you all again.
Thank you. Not only did this project offer an opportunity for collaboration between municipalities, it was also an opportunity to partner with Abington Friends School, our host this morning. The improved walkways and new crosswalks give students and visiting athletes safe passageways as they walk to school, to the park, and to the shopping center. I'd like to welcome Nicole Hood, Head of School for Abington Friends School.
Thanks so much. It's a real privilege and honor to welcome all of you here today. I am the new kid on the block here. I'm finishing up my second year as head at Abington Friends School, and actually one of the first things that I did when I got here last year was attend a similar ceremony to celebrate another component of this project. Our students represent in many ways the end users of this really remarkable collaboration between the borough and the township. And I invite any of you to come and see our students on any given afternoon walking around this beautiful walkway. We have teams that practice out here. It does make our campus much more accessible to the broader community, which is something that we love to be able to do. So thank you, all of you, for being here today. Thank you for the support, and thank you on behalf of the student body at Abington Friends School, who will really, really benefit from this partnership and this project. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. All right, so we've heard from many of our partners on this expansive project, our funders, our elected officials, but I'd like to recognize the folks who did the actual work of making the improvements that we're celebrating today. Thank you to our contractors, G&B Construction and Brubacher, who implemented the plans for the improved sidewalk access and stormwater management system. Thank you. And of course, Abington Township staff from Public Works and the engineering departments and construction services team who built the sidewalks worked on the stormwater management systems. Abington Township committed more than $1 million, not including staff costs. We could not have done this work without Abington Township's engineering department and Public Works. I'd like to invite Tim A. Clark, Abington Township's Engineering Department Superintendent, to say a few words.
Good morning. Thank you all for coming out to officially celebrate this long-awaited opening. Having grown up playing sports on these fields and enjoying the local networks of trails, I truly appreciate the improvement to the community and take great pride in being able to have contributed to it. I'd like to especially thank all of our local elected officials here for your support, our various funding agencies that helped make this possible, along with the cooperative effort from both PennDOT and Jenkintown Borough. And most certainly thank the Abington Friends School community and the Gallman properties for your hospitality and your patience with us throughout these various project phases. I'd also like to recognize the hard work put forth by the Township Public Works and Construction Services teams, whose experience and abilities allow us to complete portions of these projects at a greatly reduced cost. Also, just to recognize again our prime contractors that were able to make it today, Brubacher and G&B Construction. Thank you all again one more time for coming out today, and we look forward to enjoying these facilities for many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. I'd also like to invite Mike Jones, who is the Director of Abington Township's Public Works.
Thank you, and it's a privilege to be part of these projects that are going on, not just here, township-wide, to see the funding come in from all sources. I'd like to thank the administrative for supporting the Public Works in our assistance with these projects, and I'd like to stand here and recognize the amazing talent of the Public Works team, from engineering through construction services, Public Works, traffic signal maintenance. We consider you all consider this a 5-phase project. We look at it as a 10-phase project. There was 5 complete intersections that needed to be upgraded, with this being one of them here, with our team assisting in the installation and the improvement of all the traffic signals that surround this area. So with that, I'd like to say, thank you for everybody that showed up today. Thank you for the funding and the continued support to allow us to do our job and get these projects done. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. All right, we made it through our speakers. Thank you, everyone. And though she prefers to remain the doer and stay out of the spotlight, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge Ashley McIlvain, the Assistant Township Manager for Abington Township, who is at the helm of this project, and without whom we wouldn't be standing here today ready to cut the ribbon. So thank you, Ashley. I'd like to thank everyone for coming here today, and everyone who is here who participated in this project. Thank you for all the work that you've done and for being here to celebrate with us today. This project is an example of government working together to find solutions for problems that its citizens have identified. So now, let's cut the ribbon.